Hello, I'm Anna and I'm here today to talk to you about antimicrobial resistance and what it means to us and how it will affect us. I'm from Astral Hygiene and I often do videos talking about things that affect us in terms of hygiene, cleaning and janitorial needs. So today we're going to be talking about antimicrobial resistance and how this impacts you, your family and those people around you. And it's quite a broad subject, but I'm going to talk about it as quickly and as succinctly as I can. So antimicrobial resistance is the ability of bacteria to develop resistance to the things that we use to treat them. So these pathogens are living organisms and it's sensible and a survival for them to mutate to allow them to survive the things that we're trying to treat them with. So these mutations allow the pathogen to exist, to resist antibiotics and the cleaning and hygiene products that we would use to treat them. And this has kind of got a wider connotation in terms of the antimicrobial resistance sort of piece. So we know that when a pathogen enters the body, it makes us ill, and there's a higher and higher likelihood of us going to the doctor to ask for antibiotics to treat the illness instead of kind of just riding it out the way that we potentially used to do. So the over-reliance on antibiotics means that these pathogens are mutating and many of them are becoming more and more resistant to the antibiotics that we're giving them. And individuals are becoming resistant to certain types of antibiotics. So an example of this is gonorrhea developing complete resistance to the traditional antibiotic remedies. So they had to come up with a new remedy to treat gonorrhea because individuals were seeking antibiotics to treat this disease. So although antimicrobial resistance will occur naturally over time, just as other organisms evolve and mutate, our actions are accelerating the rate of that mutation rate, so that we have less in our arsenal to fight these viruses and bacteria and pathogens. So we can see this already happening in the world around us, and antimicrobial resistance usually occurs once a pathogen is inside the body. So when we contract an illness, antibiotics may be less effective at treating it because we've got an over-reliance on them. And so as a population, we need to be developing kind of better, more thought out antibiotic habits. And that comes from the individual themselves, but also comes from your general practitioner or your health practitioner, making sure that they're only prescribing antibiotics when absolutely necessary. So what else can we do to prevent antimicrobial resistance? So another way that we can prevent antimicrobial resistance is to prevent bacteria and superbugs like MRSA, etc., spreading from one person to the next through improved cleaning and hygiene protocols and practices. So if we implement more effective procedures with more effective chemicals that will actually kill the bacteria and viruses on the surface before it gets inside the body and before we have a desire to even take antibiotics, then that would help to mitigate the problems that we're having with antimicrobial resistance. So a well thought out approach to cleaning and hygiene will actually help us in our overall wider global piece around antibiotic resistance and the kind of helping us to develop better antibiotic habits through cleaning and hygiene. So I hope you're following me there. So if we're using good quality, high quality products that kill the bacteria, viruses and pathogens within sort of 30 seconds to 1 minute, which is a realistic time scale, a 5-minute contact time on surfaces in farms, offices, hospitals, etc. just isn't going to work Nobody wants to spray a surface and then hang around for 5 minutes to wipe it off. And anything that says it's got a 5-minute contact time means it actually takes 5 minutes to kill that bacteria and the viruses. So it's important that we are selecting the appropriate chemicals, and I'll put some in the comments below to kind of give you an idea of the kind of chemicals that you should be using that are BSEN 1276, which will kill bacteria on a hard surface. Our ones are 30 seconds, which are BSEN 14476, which will kill viruses on a hard surface. And viruses and bacteria are pathogens. So if we can kill these bacteria and viruses before they enter the body, then we won't get unwell, sick, and have a requirement for antibiotics or any kind of antiviral medication. So yes, absolutely antiviral, antibacterial. But another great thing that you could potentially use in the home, which everybody has under their kitchen sink, would be bleach. Bleach has been recognised as being very effective in killing things on contact. The stuff that we sell here has an accreditation, so the bleach that we sell here has an accreditation, but most other bleaches don't have an accreditation. But because bleach is so high in acid, it can kill most kind of germs and bacteria in the home. Obviously, in professional environments, offices, farms, shops, anywhere that you're inviting the public in, you need to be using an accredited chemical. You need to have the safety data sheets on site. You need to be making sure that you're properly trained to use it, properly trained to handle it, can safely move it around and spray it so that everybody around you is safe. And we obviously provide all of that here at Astral Hygiene. But for the domestic environment, a good bottle of bleach is a good start. So yes, antimicrobial resistance is the ability for bacteria and pathogens to develop resistance and mutations to the remedies that we employ, so antibiotics or cleaning products. So there you have it. If you could share this video on Facebook, that would be really, really gratefully received. Instagram, follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.